Rap 100, where we have a real rap, and we keep it 100. Hosted by Marcus Hall.
KCA! KCA! Hey! Jump! Jump! Jump!
Give me raps,
Jump!
give me no facts,
Jump!
what I count. Hey,
Come on!
give me no facts,
Come on! Hey! What we doing? What we doing?
just call my name, I'll be right
Gotta
there.
understand, there's nothing like the Kingdom Choice Awards on the planet.
Look at the Kingdom Choice Awards doing it like the real thing.
Always remember to keep the main thing the main thing. Long live Christian rap, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you, KCA. God is good.
Praise God for your standard of excellence.
Yo, what's going on? This your boy K-Drama, and I had the honor of being the KCA honorary recipient back in 2021, and I'm telling you, the Kingdom Choice Awards, it was truly a blast. I had heard so many good things about KCA prior to coming for the first time in 2021, and it did not disappoint. Just seeing all the various Christian rappers, those who have been in the game for a while to those who are, newer and just getting started. It was just a family affair, and I just really felt like I felt loved, I felt appreciated. It was encouraging, it was invigorating. Like it gave me like the motivation and the fuel to keep pushing in this journey, because CHH, it could be hard, sometimes. Mentally, spiritually, it can be taxing. But KCA is just positioned to be a gas station, to give you that fuel to keep going in Jesus' name. So shout out to KCA, Kingdom Choice Awards. Shout out to Marcus Hall. Let's keep this thing going as long as we can.
This is Real Rap 100. This is Real Rap 100, where we have a real rap, and we keep it 100. Hosted by Marcus Hall.
Hey, what's going on, good people? It's your boy Marcus Hall, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Real Rap 100, where we have real rap and we keep it 100. This platform is sponsored by Kingdom Time Enterprises, which is a multimedia production company that pushes urban kingdom culture. So listen, we're back, episode 33, and this is a prequel to the series Journey to the Kingdom Choice Awards, and we're gonna be chopping it up, man, doing talking about some things pertaining to the KCA. This year's KCA is in full swing, the preparation for it. Big shout out to Team KCA, big shout out to Holy Culture, who has partnered with us this year and have been partnering us on various levels over the last, I would say, 8 years. And the big homie Trig will be in the building with us today. So listen, we're not going to delay too much more. Shout out to those of you who are jumping on. Please tell a friend that Real Rap 100 is live. Share the link, text a friend, let them know we're live. The realest platform on the planet is here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So listen, no further delay. I'm going to introduce my co-host, my brother from another. You know what I'm saying? I call him the barologist. I call him the lyrical genius, the lyrical manic, the lyrical is my boy, my friend. This brother has been a part of Team KCA from day one. You know what I'm saying? Give it up for my brother, Richard Dorfin.
Yep. What's going on, y'all? We back, we live, and we about to get it, man. Yo, y'all hear me all right?
Yeah, you sound good, bro. You sound good. So what's going on, man?
Man, listen, man, all bros is, it's about that time. You know what I'm saying? It's about that time where we heading down to the proceedings. But one thing I wanted to do, if it's all right, yo, the last time we was on, we was preparing for another major event, you know what I mean?
Yes.
That
Yes.
kicked off in the city, which was City Fest. And City Fest, 2025, big shout out to Church City USA. You know what I'm saying? For an amazing event, man. We had over like 1,000 people outside. We had more people this year than last year, and the lineup, I think the concert was amazing. We had so many people, so many different vendors. We had Lehman College that was out there. So many, I think we had State Farm, so many different people that came through the table and to serve the community. And the block was packed. You know what I mean? The block was packed, and we had the ability to witness to we saw a lot of brand new faces. The block was out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It was
the
turned
block
up.
was definitely out, man. But let me hear from you, man. What were some of the highlights from you from being there at City Fest?
The highlights for me was I got COVID. That was the highlight for me. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it was really dope. I was hosting. I was the host along with my brother Steven. And it was a great turnout. The sun was pelting. But some of the highlights, I would say, Prince Saj was my first time seeing him deliver his thing. He will be somebody who will be pulling up to the KCA. Very dope, very dope. I enjoyed your set, bro. Yo, you was in rare form that day. Like, I think because I was popping junk because I produced Dave Vera's set, and I was saying, yo, Dave Vera's gonna kill it. And then I think you took that and said, all right, what? And you went in.
You know what it was? Because I promise you, listening to that night, it kind of like thinking I never really like produce my set like that.
Right.
And then just hearing that you produced this set, it really put the battery in my back to be like, I know what songs I'm gonna do, but what can we do to kind of like, you know what I'm saying, to spice this up a bit, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's all iron sharpens iron, you know what I mean? Because usually I would do that if I'm doing like a Kingdom Choice Award, you know what I mean? Doing like a Kingdom Choice Awards, then I'm big on and this is a jewel for any artist that's up and coming. Like, anybody can perform. If you can perform, you can perform. If you got dope music, you have dope music. But I think what separates the veterans, you know what I mean, and from those who have been seasoned in the game, it's the importance of understanding the art and the science behind creating moments. You know what I mean? Can you create a moment, anytime that you're on stage? And that's not an easy task. What can you do? There's no limits to what you can do, but what can you curate to be like, out of the whole, you're going to have a set full of, like, let's say 10 other artists. What's going to stand out to you? What are you, when you're in your car, what's the first thing that's going to come to mind? Oh, I went to this event and I remember when this guy did, You know what I mean? Like, outside of dope music and dope performance, what else can you do? You know what I'm saying? To create a moment and create a feel, man. And that was definitely put me in that mindset for that. That whole conversation.
I provoked you, so give me my props.
You
bro.
definitely provoked me. I'm like, that, yo, I'm not even thinking about. I wasn't thinking about going that in depth with my set. So I was like, yo, but I ain't sharp as iron. You know what I'm saying? So any artist listening to, that's why that famous hip hop phrase, don't you know bad boys move in silence? You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep your joint on the low. Don't say it too much. You know what I mean? And then just go ahead and strike. But
yo, bro, what you did, it's the first time I ever hated on you in my life, bro. I was like, yo, this man bodied my whole joint, bro. But it was really, really amazing. It was really amazing. It was dope. Great. It was a great event. It was dope. Pastor Richie still got it. He ended it. It was just dope. Really dope event.
Yeah.
So listen, moving on.
Fire.
Yeah, moving on. We're gonna be, just chopping it up a little about the Kingdom Choice Awards, 2025 Kingdom Choice Awards. we are planning heavy. We are working heavy behind the scenes. And this year is special. I mean, every year is special, but this year is extra special because this year is what I would call to me it feels like a transition year.
A landmark,
you know what I'm saying?
A landmark year.
Yeah,
Pivotal
landmark.
year.
It's like it's a monumentous. It's feeling monumentous, man. Because what it reminds me of a little, when we started the KCA, obviously it was just a local award show for Christian hip hop artists in the New York area, the tri-state area, and it was a success from day one. You know, people left there saying, wow, this was amazing, even though they didn't understand what was going on behind the scenes. But by the grace of God, we made it through that first one. And then we continued to grow. And by the second year, Trey 9, who was running the South.com at the time, which was one of the hot websites, he attended and he was blown away. And he came to me afterwards and was like, hey, we want to be your feature sponsor for next year. And when Trey 9 and the South got on board that year, it pushed the KCA from being a local tri-state award show, and it started pushing us more national. Because we would be getting more national recognition because we were very visible on the South.com. So fast forward to now, we're in that transition stage again where we're transitioning to another level, and that's because we partnered with Holy Culture, which is another legacy brand in Christian hip-hop, and they have been, I'll say this, Holy Culture has been the most consistent support that KCA has had in the history of the KCA. We've had people come on and, you know, they support 1 year and then they kind of fade to black after a year or two. But Holy Culture has been a consistent support for about 8 years now. And, you know, this year they locked hands with us and partnered with us. They took the partnership to a new level. And, man, it has just been a blessing on so many levels, man. And I can't thank God enough. And I'm grateful because it's not something that feels forced. It's something organic. That it's organic, and I feel safe with it because me and the CEO of Holy Culture, Trig, have developed a relationship over the last few years. And you know, I'm the big brother in my family. I'm the firstborn, so I don't really know what it is to have big brothers, but through our relationship, I'm finding a big brother in Trig. You know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing. But without no further delay, he is here with us. He's backstage. We're about to bring him on. Please give a warm welcome to the CEO, the General. Yeah, I'm calling him the General of Christian hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Give it up for my brother, the man, the myth, the legend. You know what I'm saying? Trig.
The KCA honoree. KCA honoree. You know what I mean?
Give it up for Trig, y'all.
God, what's going on, family?
I was good. I was good till you said the General, bro.
You got listen, man. You gotta get your flowers, Trig. You gotta get your flowers,
I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all,
bro. Salute.
I appreciate y'all. Good to be here, man. Thank you for the warm introduction, bro. The partnership has been a blessing, man. And so, yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. I'm excited, bro.
Yeah, man. It's dope. It's dope to just, you know, again, things, as I was saying, things happen and you just know when it's like divine orchestration. You know what I'm saying? Because there's just a grace that comes with, you know, this whole situation. There's been a grace that has just been flowing.
Indeed.
And I'm so comfortable with it, Trick. I'll be honest. If two people show up to KCA, I don't care, bro. It was still good. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going with you on that one, bro. I'm not going with you. I'm not going with you on that one.
But so again, Trick, like, you know, as you know, we've been building for a few years. You know, you can hear me okay, right?
Oh yeah, got you.
Yeah.
Crystal.
Yeah, we've been building for a few years. And you know, Holy Culture took a break, took a hiatus for a few years. And then you came back, and it was funny because when you guys came back, there was like a whole generation that came into Christian hip hop that didn't know who Holy Culture was.
No doubt.
So I remember one year when I think the first year that you guys came to KCA and had your banners up and everything and had your table. And I remember there was some people who was like, well, what's this? What's Holy Culture?
Yeah.
And people like myself and others had to be like, what? Holy Culture?
Yeah.
That's a legacy brand right there.
Yeah.
But I saw you come back, Treg, and you just started a consistent grind, you know, whether it was from the app that you was doing on the phone and relaunching the website and various things, and you just continued, but nobody saw what was coming. And what you have done with Holy Culture Radio, Sirius XM, has absolutely changed the game and has affected and impacted the culture, the movement, and a lot of artists and people's lives. You know what I'm saying? How has that been, man? How has the comeback, the transition, and the launching of Sirius XM been for you?
Man, it's been somewhat surreal, bro, because so that hiatus we took, man, I wish I could tell you it was planned, you know what I mean? But it was one of those things where just, you know, life happened, and I was still you know, doing my corporate role and all those different things, man. The Holy Culture was on life support for a minute, particularly after Anonymous left. You know, Vic left in 11, and then Anonymous came in for a minute. I think I left in like 13. So then we had this season, man, where I was just trying to do it alone, and I'll tell anyone, trying to do something like that alone is not what's up, particularly if you got a full-time day gig that's demanding. So I left corporate in 2018 to do it full-time, and the first thing we did was really try to, you know, we got two sides of the company. One is kind of focused on education and career stuff, and the other part is Holy Culture, and we were trying to do both, and we launched the app and got it going. And interestingly enough, man, the Lord just kind of like one day just kind of hit me on, you got to do something that's transformational. Like, you got to do something that's going to raise the tide. And the Lord also gave me a number in terms of the number of people we need to impact on an annual basis. And I wrote it down after a while, you know what I'm saying? And then said, okay, if I need to do something like that, growing the mobile app organically is just it's just too slow. You know what I mean? It's too slow. So we had gone after that Sirius XM relationship, I think in 2011, and at that point, like we didn't even get a response, like no phone call, no, you know, anything. They don't have to tell you they don't accept your proposal. This time when we got the call and they said they wanted to meet and talk about it, like we were really encouraged. And what was really encouraging in the conversation was, man, we've got a lot of stations, but we don't have anything like this. So it adds something to our dynamic, right? And it's good to have a guy who comes from business and not just radio. And so we think that, you know, going to help as well. And so it was a blessing, man. When we launched in, was that April of 22? I ain't going to front, man. I'm one of them kids whose fathers left way too early. You know what I mean? And always wanted to, you know, get my father's approval and have him be happy. And I remember the day I walked in, I think it was April 22nd, man. I walked into the office and studio. I was like, man, we are on air nationwide, bro. And I think I just put my head down on the board and just, like, was just thankful, man. Just thankful. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a blessing to see artists.
Powerful.
Yeah, it was a you know, for me, man, it was like, yeah, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing what God has called me to do. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? I always said this, and I've said it to you a few times, Trick, right? It couldn't have, God knew who to choose to give this to. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, to whom much is given, right? Much is required.
Absolutely.
But also, it's not just like to whom much is given, much is required. To whom much is given, there's a responsibility.
Yeah.
And it takes a certain person for God to entrust certain things with. You know what I'm saying? There's some people, you give them a certain platform, they look at it just as power. I've got power. I've got all this power in my hands. And there is a certain level of power that holy culture has, and it's continuing to grow.
And it's the influence,
right?
It's amazing.
And,
impact.
But the thing is, the reason why I say it couldn't have been a better person, Trick, because you're one of them people who I just see it in your heart all the time. You're about really pushing the culture forward. Holy culture is truly about pushing the culture. You know what I'm saying? And yes, we know that there's business involved because there has to be. You know what I'm saying? But your heart is to push the culture. And we've seen that for years. Like when I came into Christian hip hop, the two main platforms that I was looking for was the South.com and Holy Culture. That was it.
That was my shot, man.
Right. Y'all were like sister companies. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was hand in hand. And I just feel so privileged, bro. I feel so blessed.
Thank you, bro.
Like to see, like I would have never dreamed 20 years ago. I would have never dreamed that Holy Culture and a KCA, well, not even KCA, a Kingdom Time, and myself would have been so affiliated. Yo, it's an honor to me. It's an honor.
Likewise,
and I am super humbled. And, you know, just to let the viewers know, like, you know, sometimes people partner and it's like, it's just partner. It's just on paper. It's just visual. Like, it's just like, it just looks good.
Right.
No, this is really like, this is doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is making a big difference. Yeah.
Let me remind you, man, you probably don't remember this. So when we were going through the contractual phase with SiriusXM, you know, one of the first things we obviously, you know, it's like, okay, we showed them the plan. You know what I mean? And then it's like, all right, we're going to do the contract. Now you got to execute the plan. And so now it's real. And you turn from this excitement to, oh man, we have to get all this done. And, you know, I always say one of the first calls was Wado. Had to figure out, you know, if we can get Wado on the platform. He's legendary. And then other people who have been a part of the collective. But if you remember, bro, I think outside of the DJs and host and my internal team, you were one of the other people I was talking to in terms of this is going to happen. And I'm not even sure at that time I knew why, but it felt right. It felt right that I wanted to keep you close to the vest. You know what I'm saying? So this has been going on for a minute.
Yeah, I remember. And I was like, wow. And then when it actually happened, man, I never felt so happy, bro. As I just said, and I said it to you, I'm just glad it's you, Trick.
You know, he says that, Dolphin. Listen, Marcus always says that, bro.
No, but you know what? I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this opportunity and to having the influence, sometimes it be people that just be like the wrong people that don't care about the culture, that just want to straight up hoard and lord over what they have, and they make something that, like, coming from an artist standpoint, like, you know, if I'm over here trying to get put onto a platform, you know, it could come across sometimes where it's just like, and unless you're in the end, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're in the end, and it becomes very like, you know, the gatekeeper, and if you don't have, or if you don't know somebody, you never get no plan, or, you know, it could get, and we know how the industry is, like, you know, just in radio as well. If you ain't willing to pay X, Y, and Z, or if you don't have, like, it's not just music, it's so much other factors that taint the authenticity and taint the credibility of the platform, and especially under the guise of Christian hip hop, Christian radio. So the fact that we have a man of integrity, you know what I'm saying? A man of integrity whose character, you know, has been through and through. Somebody who he's at the realms. As an artist, it feels like you know.
I got a chance. I got a chance.
And you know what? And keep it above. Let's say even as an artist, I'll be like, yo, Trick, I got this new record, and you be like, yo, Dolphin, this ain't it. I would be cool with it.
And it's because you know it's genuine.
Because it's you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
it's genuine.
Let me go back to the studio and I gotta cook up and try again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I appreciate
it's a blessing.
that, bro.
It's a blessing. One thing that I wanted to say, even with your story, which is remarkable, which is a remarkable story and testimony, but what I want the listeners to really tap into is the fact that you guys first reached out to Sirius what year?
2011, the first time. Yeah, I think I went back. Bro, I keep the plans. I keep the proposals near me.
Yo, this is what I'm talking about.
2011, bro.
2011.
It was more like probably 2009. Yeah, so it was at least 10 plus years ago, man. 10, almost 15 years ago. And you know what's funny about it, Dolphin? So this time, let me show you how God's providence shows up, man. So I said, all right, I want to do it again. I saw the window was open. They have an RFP window time. And I'm like, oh, shoot, Lord, you speaking, the window's open, but it's due in like 2 weeks. And so I said to my wife is having some people over that weekend. I said, I think I just need to go get a hotel room and write this proposal. So I go get a room, spend the night, start writing the night of, the morning of, I have to finish it. And I think it's due by 2:00. So at 12, I finish it. Like, let me eat. Let me do another proofread. It's 70 pages long, financials, the whole nine in there, right? I mean, everything, bro. You gotta have a marketing plan, the strategic plan, the overall vision, the audience segments, how you're going to reach them, how you're going to sustain it financially for 5 years. Like, radio's not inexpensive, bro. I mean, and all that. So I'm going through that. I think I have the 2:00. So I go to submit it at 1:45, and then I see it say it was due at noon, no exceptions. Bro,
wow.
I put my head down on the table and I called my wife. I said, I'm like tears in my eyes. I said, you're not gonna believe this. I misread it. I sent it late. My wife says, you know, the simple phrase, what God has for you is for you. You're doing what God called you to do. Man, when they called me in 2 or 3 weeks and said we want to talk, bro, like that's nothing but God's providence, man.
So for 3 weeks, you probably like, man.
I was you loser. You loser.
Yeah.
You probably beat yourself up.
You blew it for everybody. You blew it for everybody.
You blew it up for the culture.
You blew it up for the culture. Hang your head in shame. You know what I'm saying?
Shame. Wow.
That's crazy.
It was horrible. Horrible.
That's powerful,
yeah,
but look at God. And the reason why I wanted to say that, because there's so many different artists or so many different creators, and you think, oh, it took like 11 years later when you initially proposed, had the proposal written up, 11 years later, the door opened. You know, and I just want to share that to say, and to anybody that's listening, whether you're an artist, whether you're a manager, you're a promoter, you got a vision, you got a task, like, yo, listen, stick to it. Stick to the vision. Stick to the vision. You know what I mean? Especially if God gave it to you. Don't let your finances, don't let what you don't have, don't let what the help that you don't have. It might not be for now, but you know, write the vision. You know what I'm saying? Write the vision. It will come to pass so that those that read it can run with it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen,
those that read it can run with it.
Absolutely. I would encourage people to really
come on.
I would encourage people to really subscribe to the reasoning that there is no such thing as an overnight success.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, there's no such thing. You may see it overnight. But the actual work that took place, man, God is a slow roaster. I know we love microwave and whatnot, but God's a slow roaster, man. And so even the time from finishing the contract to launching was 6 months. You know how that feels? I didn't even know the channel number until probably, like, I was hoping for the channel number. I had a channel number in my mind I wanted to get. I didn't know the channel number probably till, I want to say 45 to 60 days before. Right. Wow. So all this time you have all of these feelings and how you want to do it and whatnot. And man, if you can't lean into the Lord's peace and patience, bro.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? So you can have the calling, but you still have to, like, follow directions. You have to follow.
You have to
be a great follower. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I ain't gonna, there was some tough pieces, tough situations throughout, man. But God has been good, bro. God has been good.
Yeah. Well, let me shout out a couple people in the chat. Shout out to DJ Jamo. I just saw you all the way from the UK in the building. Shout out to Randy. Shout out to Tabitha, Boss Lady, Jared All-Star. Shout out to Jared All-Star. Brinson from God Chaser. Shout out to Willie Green, a faithful listener. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Paito in the building.
Brooklyn
and everybody else jumping on. Yeah, man. Please.
Paito, I'm waiting on that record, bro. I'm waiting on that record, Paito.
Listen.
See?
I've had the privilege to hear some stuff from
bro.
Paito. Yo, Paito, he got 2026. Mark my word, I prophesied it on Real Rap 100.
I'm waiting.
Paito got 2026.
I saw it 3 years ago at the bars joint. I said that brother right there. I knew it 3 years ago. I said that he's coming. Yeah.
Yes, sir. All the bishops in the building. Shout out to Bishop Butler in the building. He will be on the So You Think You Got Bars. He's the one who did a diss record and dissed me on a diss record. So I put him on So You Think You Got Bars. And we're going to see if you got bars, Bishop. You know what I'm saying? But we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a dope weekend, man.
Bishop rap, man. Bishop rap.
Rap,
man. He can
I'm
rap.
so looking forward to the weekend, man. It's going to be
Trick,
crazy.
You got to be in the building for... everybody going to be there for Saturday night, but that Friday night...
Oh, you know, I'm always there, bro. I'm always there.
You was there?
Always there, man.
Yeah, he was there last year.
Sis, why can't I think of a name right? Oh my gosh. Yes, I was there, bro.
Man, man, yo, it was a movie. That's why I be trying to tell people you had
last
to
year
be
was
there.
tough.
You had to be there. That was a movie.
Last year was tough, man.
Yeah,
I actually want. I mean, I know y'all put out the videos of course, the Saturday Night Award show, but like I want the video of the bars piece too, man. There were some pieces done that night that was so special.
Yeah,
they were just special.
Yeah,
tough.
Definitely. But so again, you know, KCA 2025. I'm really anticipating a really dope weekend. One thing that I'm excited about this year, and this was pretty intentional as well, is that we wanted to get, you know, as much first timers as possible, people who have not had a KCA debut, and we have a good amount. We have a good amount of them coming through, and I think we have a dope lineup. The official flyer will be released tomorrow, so the world will know what's happening. But speaking about the partnership, Trick, what I mean, I have an idea, but just for the people to know, what was it that made you? Because you've always supported the KCA, right?
Yeah.
The last like 7-8 years, Holy Culture has been supporting the KCA consistently. But this year we took it to another level. We locked arms and said, yo, we gonna do this. And the Holy Culture came on and said, yo, powered by Holy Culture. What was it? What made you say, yeah, we ready for this now?
You twisted my arm, bro. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. No, I think it was a couple things, man. I think one was and I'll admit this up front, bro. I'm definitely a glass half full person, to the extent that I could be overbearing in my optimism. So I'll put that up there out front. I'll just say that out front. So you can judge that however you want. What I'm gonna say next. I think that we just do so much better when we come together and leverage our collective resources in all spaces. And so for me, you know, one of the things that happens when you launch a radio station is people want you to do a radio station awards show, right? Everyone, you should have a Holy Culture radio award show. And you know, like K-Love has a great show. I think I don't know if Boost has a show, but K-Love is one of the most widely known joints. And you know, obviously iHeart and the different people do different shows, and sometimes they're, you know, local, regional, national, whatever. But for me, it was, man, we have some good things already. Like, are there places where we can make 1 + 1 = 5? You think what I'm saying? And so for me, it was, man, one, we've been already working together and we enjoy the partnership. But two, it's like, man, this feels like an obvious opportunity. And then 3, I think, man, this is the only Christian hip hop award show, and I think I'm not sure we totally understand that. I'm not sure that as a community,
Talk about it.
we totally
Talk
understand.
about it.
And so let me
Talk
say,
about it.
So if you think about the last couple of years, man, we've seen some incredible things. We've seen, CHH artists for the first time at Rolling Loud, right? You see the continuum of excellence with Reach Records, Reflection Music Group, and RMG Amplify. You see Glowfest, you see Holy Smoke, you see Aliens Alive coming as a new label, you see Capital Christian, grabbing talent, elevating. You see what Tribal is doing with partnerships and whatnot. And all these things are happening, but they're all happening on different lanes, and we're all appreciative of each other. But the awards is like the family reunion where we all come together and celebrate it. And that's what I've always felt when I came to the award show. It was not, I think sometimes people hear award show and forget the part of coming together as a family. And that to me is the thing. And so that's the thing I say, well, we often are reaching for that other thing, right? That we think gives us credibility and such, right? And I think we've got to honor our own thing where we're helping each other and shaking each other's hands and hugging each other. And I appreciate what you're doing over there, bro. I appreciate what you're doing over there, sis. I would love to figure out how we do more partnership. All those types of things, man. I think the KCA represents one of the biggest opportunities we have for community gathering and uplifting and empowering of each other, bro.
Salute.
That's awesome.
Salute.
And we can even let's just talk about it, because to be honest, one of the things that has been hard about doing the KCA for all these years is, that feeling of, you create this platform and God gives you the vision for this platform and you create it. And the people who you create it for, in some ways, not all of them, but in some ways, they don't value it the way that they should. And I say that because you see people in CHH, artists I should say in CHH, if they get put on some secular platform, they celebrate it so big. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you an example. A few years ago, there was an event taking place somewhere in Jersey, and there was some affiliation with MTV. You know what I'm saying? And I guess they was allowed to put the MTV logo on it, and say, yeah, this is MTV, some MTV kind of pre-show and Christian hip hop artists. And it was at around the same time we're promoting KCA heavy.
Right.
And when I tell you the artists who were a part of this pre-show MTV thing, they went ballistic, Trick. Posting heavy. Yo, MTV. And I remember speaking to one who was actually on the KCA and say, hey, I see y'all going so hard for this MTV thing, but y'all ain't posting nothing about the KCA, which is yours. And it just so happened that this MTV thing it ended up being a joke. You know what I'm saying? It didn't turn out well. It was not successful. And all that they ran with was the MTV brand.
Right.
And it wasn't even really official. You know what I'm saying? And we see these things where it's, a lot of artists and just people in general within our movement, they don't put respect on the things of the kingdom the way that I believe they should, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like you'll have an artist who will fly from New York City and fly to Sway in the morning, pay their own flights. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got an interview on Sway. But find it hard to go to Delaware to Holy Culture Studios. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we need to value kingdom things, because if we do, one, it will push everything that we're doing to a higher level and push us forward. You know what I'm saying? To where we are, where we need to be. Because listen, mainstream talent cannot compare to kingdom talent. None at all. I watched the BET Awards the other day for the first time on the rerun, just to check it out, see what their aesthetics looks like, and little production stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, the production looked great because they have the money to pay for it.
Yeah.
The talent was garbage.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And if you gave me that production money and that level of production, and I put Christian hip hop and urban gospel on it, we'd blow them out the water tree. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something that I struggle with, something that, I continue to speak about, you know what I mean? Because we need to really value what we do in the kingdom and value our kingdom brands, more, even more than what we do the mainstream brands. Because guess what? Holy Culture can be and will be that big brand. KCA can be that Grammy brand on that level if we value it the same way and get behind it the same way.
Yeah, no, man, listen, I agree on the value part, and I think some of it is, and I'm willing to be wrong, by the way. I think some of it is ignorance and lack of understanding sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in our current environment, man, it's easy for us to chase vanity metrics and kind of flash in the pan moments, right?
Yeah.
And Lecrae said something when we were doing the taping for when we were doing the summer playlist. He was talking about inviting artists to be on a song every now and then, and I said, well, sure. And who's going to say no? He said, no, actually sometimes an artist says no. And I said, well, how can that be? He said, because they don't believe it's going to be this immediate viral pop. And I said, wait a minute, so you're saying they don't understand what it means to be with you, and you are sharing your audience with them and what it looks like to build out those kind of bricks that become sustainable. He said, no. And I think that's a part of what it is here, right? And sometimes it's easy to translate. If I'm on Sway, then that means immediately I see this many people, right? But he's not going to repeatedly do that for you, right? They don't necessarily see the value of that's one shot. They don't see the value of if I invest here with people who invest in me. What does that become when we make that a continuum, right? And I think that's for me, that's the missing bit of understanding of you are building an ecosystem for yourself and all of us when we spend more here. So like, if you got $1, are you going to take it there to get your flash in the pan, or are you going to bring your $1 here where we're going to circulate it within this community, figuratively? You dig what I'm saying?
Right. Listen. You nailed it, Trick, because that's exactly what it is. Like, as you touched on the ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a Christian hip hop promoter, right? Event curator, right? There's not many of us. Reason being, there's no money to be made, or it's very hard to make money. When I came into Christian hip hop in New York City, there was about a good 3-4 solid promoters who was working. Who did you have? You had like 3LP, you had Salvation Cafe, Mellow, and there were others.
Rap Fest.
Rap Fest. Well, Rap Fest was more of a brand and an event. And after a while, most of them died out. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, because it's hard. You know what I'm saying? But as you say, like, if we support the way we should, like, as you said, and we build our own ecosystem, like, if the community is coming out then, right, and supporting something like the KCA, getting their people to come out, encouraging their ministries and their churches, their youth groups to come out to the KCA, and we're packing it out and selling it out every year, what happens? The DJ can get paid what he's supposed to get paid. You know what I'm saying? The lighting technician, everybody gets blessed the way that they're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And plus, we can enhance the production even higher and on a bigger level. You know what I'm saying? And the quicker we can get to somewhere where a BET or a major network will see it and say, "Yo, yeah, we're gonna have a conversation with these people, and get them in front of the nation." You know what I'm saying? But it takes that support. It takes that community to come together and value what we do in order to build that ecosystem.
And you know what
I'm saying?
In addition to what you're saying, I think, unfortunately, everything that we're saying is 100% valid. But when we talk about the mindset of the people, KCA been going on for like, let's say 15 years, right? Like going on maybe 15 or maybe more. I don't even know the number. You know more than me, Marcus. It wouldn't be like what we're looking for, this grand support and everything, probably. And I hope this is not the case. So I'm just throwing this out there. Oftentimes people won't come and be like, oh, let me take this seriously until someone like that's on the secular side decides to be on a up front or say, yo, I'm gonna be there, or I'm supporting there, or I'm gonna, you know what I mean, to put their face on it. And then that's when be like, oh, this movie star is gonna be there. Oh, this so quote unquote rapper is gonna be there. Oh, I need to come. I need to support. I can sponsor. I know Marcus. Let me hold up. Well, for 15 years, it's been here. But now, because a particular name or a particular brand is now visibly supporting, you know what I mean? So now it's something important, or now it's something that we should value now because we have this particular brand cosign. And it's unfortunate, but that's how it is at times. Yeah. Not saying that it should be, but this is what happens. We see with artists as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. You ain't nobody until you feature with somebody else.
What I will say is it's been a slow grind, right? But it's actually been a good thing as well. You know what I mean? Because we, just as a team, like I remember I went to the Symphony Space about 8 years ago. You know what I mean? And I had a conversation with the director. And I just didn't get the green light. Like they gave me the meeting and we talked and whatever. Right. But I didn't get the green light in my spirit to move forward.
Yeah.
When we finally did get the green light, I realized it wasn't the time. If I would have, if we would have got that green light that 8 years ago, we would have been lost in the Symphony Space. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say, because I don't want to sound like, it's about complaints, because it's not, because you know what? We have gotten support.
Absolutely.
And quite a bit of it over the years. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can list the amount of artists who have attended the KCA from around the country, like there's so many artists, their first time
in New York
coming to New York City was for the KCA. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we've been doing our part, and I believe that we are where God wants us to be. But there's also go ahead.
No, my bad. Go ahead. I thought you were done. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, but there's also still room to encourage the community. You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, this is ours, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, KCA is not just giving you a piece of the stage. Right. No, this belongs to you. This belongs to us.
This is your stage. This is your stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's no shade to anything else. I mean, I'm
right.
Listen, I love the Doves. I'm going to the Doves. I'm going to the Stellars.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not going to Stellars this year. But we only have one place that's designed uniquely for what we do and to honor those who do what we do. And I think one of the things I'm almost scared to say this, but I'm going to say it. I think about it this way: we get tons of song submissions each week, right? And we actually listen to them. A lot of stations, you've got to go through a promoter, or you don't even get your song listened to, right? So we've been trying to make it so, man. So let's serve the least of these. Some people can't afford a promoter, right? Nor do, quite frankly, and this is a whole nother conversation. I'm sure I'm gonna get some shots for this. Nor do I want to encourage having to go into a promoter, because then that's basically hiking up the price to be able to deliver the gospel, right? The more we do things like that, it makes it more expensive, and there's less gospel sharing, and there's more like business and whatnot, right? We've got to bring that in balance. You know what I mean? Keep the main thing the main thing. But the second part of that is I truly hope that while we borrow some systems from the secular world, that we make sure we put them in a kingdom context. I'm not going to not respond to you as a secular station would. I'm not going to not answer your question and just ignore you. And so I just turn that into this context right here to say, if you're reached out to come to the KCA and you can't come, answer the conversation and be clear about why you can't come, about why you can't support. If you don't see the value yet, if it just can't make the top of your party list yet, let's make sure we're having the conversations in a iron sharpens iron spirit, that we're looking at each other and developing relationship in spite of even you may not be able to do it right now, right? Because what's important is that, Marcus, that you even get, okay, these are still a few boxes we need to check to make it work for these types of folks, for these people and whatnot. Absent that, we don't grow.
Exactly. That's awesome. And that is true, because like, as you said, sometimes there will be that reach out and you don't get that response. But again, it gets to that thing, it's that same thing of, okay, well, when BET says, okay, yes, and we sign the contract, and now we're being broadcasted on the BET, guess what? I bet you that same individual will respond. And then that makes us feel like, well, you have an ulterior motive. You know what I'm saying? Like, why couldn't you help us, you know, or help be a part of the community and build? That's why I gotta salute, like, you know, Reach Records for coming on board this year and sponsoring us. That's a big look. You know what I'm saying? Because Reach Records, beyond just the sponsor, it's an endorsement also as well from the premier label, or one of the premier labels in our movement. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to RMG, shout out to Curb Records. You know what I mean? And all the other sponsors, man. It's a blessing, you know. And again, this is what partnership does, you know, because a lot of that came through the partnership with Holy Culture. You know what I'm saying?
That's real rap.
This is what makes a difference.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not one to hold back nobody's glory. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if we didn't partner to this, take the partnership to this level, with Holy Culture, with Trick, maybe more likely we wouldn't have got those sponsors this year. You know what I'm saying? But because we had a great product, and one thing, Trick was able to get in certain rooms, say, hey, this is what it is. And a lot of them saw it and was like, wow. Some were like, hey, we didn't even know nothing about this.
Some didn't even know.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't know about it. And then they say it and they're like, wow, this looks crazy. Like, yeah, we're going to be a part of this. But we needed somebody. Now, how many more people within our community could make certain calls or get us in certain rooms that could open certain doors? There's more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, timing is everything. And I believe that in God's divine orchestration, like, God knows me. God knows he can't partner me with anybody. I'll black somebody's eye quick.
Tell him,
you know what I'm saying?
Tell him, Tab. Where's Tab?
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why you need a team. That's why you need
a team, bro.
That's why you need
a team.
Nah, but God knows who, because again, there's no power struggle. Like, the real talk, like, Trick never had to do this at all. You know what I'm saying? But it was perfect in how it's come together, because Trick is humble. You know what I'm saying? So he'll be like, yo, bro, what you think about this? Or, you know, what you think about that? Or like, yo, sure call, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's no power struggle here. You know, and in the same way, I can be like, yo, Trick, what you think? And they'll be like, nah, I don't think that way, but it's your call though. But I think, and I respect what he has to say, and it makes sense. And I run with it, because Trick is a savvy businessman as well. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I take a lot, as I said, I look at Trick as a big brother. But God knows who to partner you with, and he knows when. You know what I'm saying? So this was just the time, man. And we just trust God to do whatever he's going to do. And it's just been a blessing. Yeah, Rich.
And with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Trey being, you know, kind of like like we said, he's the pioneer, the trailblazer, you know, a pivotal, a powerful voice of influence in this culture. So I need to ask you, my man. I need to ask you, good sir, the general, right? I need you to give me your top 5 CHH right now.
Artists?
Top 5 CHH artists. Top 5. Give me. I gotta put you. If we had it, it's one thing when the artists do it, but when we have somebody, we don't have too many trigs up here. So I need to hear your
man.
Nah, let me preface this. All right, let me preface this. All right, not saying who you think is the top 5. I'm talking about in your playlist. Who's your personal? When they drop a project, you can't wait for it to come. You would pay for it to go ahead and see them. You know, who is that 5? Like, who is that 5? You know, of all time for you personally. You know what I mean?
Man,
to get you out, get you out of the. You know what I mean? Because it matters. Because you come on. You know what I'm saying?
You can't do that to Trick, bro.
I mean, that's so
Trick
hard.
is the CEO of Holy Culture. You cannot. You can do that to me because I don't care. But you can't do that to. You can't do that to Trick.
This real rap.
Wow.
That's
okay.
Personal. That's what your personal 5.
I just opened my playlist. I just opened my playlist.
There you go. Come on.
Okay. And not in this order. I'm just gonna go with some.
Just saying who's your personal favorite. That's it.
Well, one is Hovey. Like Hovey just kind of has choruses, bro, that you just walk around the house and they just come into your mind.
Catchy.
Facts.
Beautiful, you know what I mean? Things like that. And it's just, and you can play them in so many different spaces. You know what I mean? I could be with my mom and play Hovey. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The other one is Emmanuel, because he is my head is shining. I thank you, Baron Mac. You know I sweat, bro. Thank you. The cameraman got to tell me. Emmanuel, man, I think his last album was one of the most slept on albums over the last couple of years. That album was so dynamic and so well put together. The A&R was done so well. So yeah, Emmanuel, and you know, Emmanuel's got bars, bro. You know, and growing up in Philly, bars were, you know what I'm saying? So Emmanuel,
that's the cloth.
Man, this is Dolphin. I'm really upset with you on this one, man.
You ain't alone.
Dilly.
Everybody in the comments coming for me.
Dilly is undeniable, bro. I mean, no big deal is undeniable. I mean, he's undeniable, bro. And he's versatile. He's I'll just leave it at that, man. He's mad versatile. All right, so those are 3. Let me think of wow, that's that's so tough.
I'm gonna stop. It don't gotta be current.
All time, not just current.
All time. It don't gotta be current now. Nah.
I mean, I gotta put Cray there as a part of the longevity, bro. I was in my car today and I was listening to songs from Church Clothes 1. Then I was listening to check in, check. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I heard the joint, and then the joint with him and Tadashi came on. Go Hard. I mean, Cray's catalog, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't appreciate Cray's catalog. His catalog is crazy. And then I'm a end with this one. Lyricism. And this is gonna sound self-serving because he's on Holy Culture Records, but sorry. Jay Silas, bro. Jay Silas has had bars forever.
And ever.
And he's making a strong comeback, man. I'm excited about it. So Silas is back, bro. I'm excited about it. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Trick. New York Christian hip hop, right? I've always said I think some of the most talented artists are in New York City.
Sure, of course.
But they just can't get a break. You know what I'm saying? I think the last one, I mean, you've had a few who's had some good breaks. Obviously, Andy Mineo. I think Angie had a good run, Angie Rose. You know what I mean? But have you thought about that, or would you be able to shine some light on that? Like, why you think that's not really happening, or we've struggled to get a few of our artists out there like that?
I think it's coming though, man. I mean, y'all have so many. You've got the All-Star himself, Jared All-Star. You've got
Big Brody.
You got the Saga. You got Rick Montero. You got sis. I keep forgetting her name. We talked about her. Lyric coming up. You've got Lena D out there. I mean, New York has a plethora. And oh my God, C4 Cortona. I mean, I mean, Dolphin. You got Dolphin. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, And so I think some of it could be, you know, how you break through the noise in a time where it's harder to break through, and some and as the generations have changed, I mean, New York still is heavy bars, right?
Right.
And right now, in terms of music consumption and the younger generation, and like I can't think of all the data to back this up, but there's a lot more melodic music acceptance.
Right.
A lot more melody, a lot more, you know, different song structures and different things like that. So when I think about a lot of the artists from Philly and New York, historically to me, when it came to Christian hip hop, Philly and New York were truth tellers, bro.
Yeah.
There were Bible bars over music. I mean, them joints could have been Bible studies back in the day. Like, you were getting told who God is.
You're getting a theological discourse in 16 bars.
Remember the first cross movement album, like Blood Spiller and songs like that? You're like, what, bro?
Yeah,
and so I think there's still a lot of that still within the Northeast corridor in terms of the music delivery, right? How do we? I think, man, you add some of the melody and musicality with it. I think it's undeniable, and I think that's why, you know, when C4 Cortona start using the term gritty CHH, I think it helps, because I think gritty CHH has a place, and I know we play a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? And so, and we could play more, quite honestly, but yeah, I think that's a part of it. I'm not sure that's a complete answer, but I think that's part of it. Yeah,
solid.
That's good. That's good. Solid. That's good. That's good. Well, we're getting ready to wrap up. But I was gonna start announcing some of the artists, but I'm not. I don't think we should. What you think, Trick? You think we should spill a couple, or let them wait till tomorrow?
Man, that's yeah. Give them two.
Give them two.
Give them two, and give them two they might not expect.
Get the air horns ready. I'm on air horn control.
Okay.
All right. Let's give them two they might not expect. I'm gonna give you two that are making their KCA debut.
There you go.
I'm gonna give you two that's making their KCA debut.
There you go.
Coming to the KCA
2025
for the first time. Making their KCA debut, hitting the dopest stage in Christian hip hop.
Come on now.
Come on.
Out of the RMG.
Come on now.
Out of the RMG. He's really a legend in his own right.
He's a legend in the game,
a
bro.
true general.
I think it's only true to give him that.
Pioneer, trailblazer, longevity, long-standing.
All that.
Straight up.
Listen, coming to the KCA for the first time, making his KCA debut, coming out of the RMG. We got him. It's a legend. Derek Minor.
Derek Minor's going to be in the building.
Talk to us nice.
Derek Minor is going to be in the building.
Derek Minor.
Derek Minor.
Yo, he's one of them. You talk about catalog? You talk about Trick? You mentioned catalog?
Yes.
I was watching a series the other day. I was so happy for him, man. This new series I was watching, Vibrations, was playing in one of the scenes on the series. I'm like, look at Derek, man. Derek's catalog is so diverse, bro.
Catalog.
I mean, remember the joint back in the day, the Covenant joint, my Covenant with My Eyes song with him and Trip Lee. I was listening to that the other day, bro. Derek's got catalog.
Derek's got catalog.
Oh yeah, and he got energy too.
Yeah,
I seen him rock a couple stages, man. That dude going in. So yeah, Derek Minor will be in the building. You know what I'm saying? And I'll say this: he's not gonna be the only RMG artist who will be in the building. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Tomorrow you can look out for the flyer dropping. All right. The second person who we will announce who will be making their KCA debut. I'm excited about this one because I'm actually a real genuine fan of this one. I was seeking him for a while. I was the dummy at first and went to his agent first. You know what I'm saying? Who wanted to charge me like 80 grand. You know what I'm saying? But thank God for Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And
Amen.
Sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. But yes, coming out of the indie tribe, I would say, or closely affiliated with the indie tribe.
Yeah, he in the tribe. He in the tribe.
You know what I'm saying?
But he in the tribe.
He is phenomenal. Phenomenal.
A great talent, breath of fresh air to the genre.
Multi-nominee for this year's KCA. Nominated in a few categories. Making his KCA debut. Ladies and gentlemen, Tory Deshaun. Talk to us nice.
It's gonna be nice, man.
Tory Deshaun is locked in.
One of
very
my
excited about
artists.
that.
My wife was like,
yes.
when is Tory Deshaun coming? Where's Tory Deshaun coming? Does Marcus know who Tory Deshaun is?
Yeah,
Tory
she was
Deshaun.
one of the ones who was pressing me from like last year or the year before, saying like Tory.
She was like,
Tory Deshaun.
Who is that? Who is that?
Yeah, Tory Deshaun is locked in. I'm really looking forward to that. I think he's a very dope artist. And we have some more, but we're not gonna mention it because I'm gonna follow the big bro's lead, and he said, "Yo, give him 2. Give him 2." And mind you, this is the biggest roster we've ever had.
Is it? Okay.
Yes. So 2 is a fraction. Trey, I have to send you an updated flyer. This is the last updated flyer. I'm gonna send you one more.
Oh, one more.
I have.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Wow.
I have to make an adjustment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stacked.
We have a fire lineup, y'all. We have a fire lineup.
No bathroom breaks.
So listen, tell a friend to tell a friend. Yo, tell your church youth group leaders. Get your cousins who just come out of jail. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
get
saying?
everybody you can think of. Get them to the KCA.
Somebody drop that buy link in the chat where they can buy the tickets. Somebody drop that buy link in there.
Buy a ticket right now while it's still here. While it's
we got to sell these
still
tickets
here.
out. We got to sell these tickets out by September 1st. We got to sell out.
Symphonyspace.org. You know what I'm saying? That's where the tickets are at. Got to get them tickets, man. You know, some people say, $45 for general admission, but yet you go to the movies and pay $60 to watch somebody, some soft porn almost, or some in some of these crazy looking films. Listen, $45 is light. We really should be selling general admission for $100 and selling VIPs for $200. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we keeping it kingdom over here. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a dope show. We're working heavy on the production. Shout out to my man's Baron. He is helping me heavy. Man, he's helping me. Like for the first time, I have somebody to sit with me, and take on some of the load of the production. We was at his house fighting, about a week ago, up until midnight. Shout out to his wife Tabitha too, because we was beefing up into the midnight hour. Sounded like two disgruntled brothers. You know what I'm saying?
This
I'm
is what
like,
people
yo,
don't see.
Idiot. Yo, you're not doing it right, you idiot. Yo. And then he's saying to me, like, you're moving too fast. And I'm saying, you're moving too slow, bro. But we got it done, man. We was able to transfer over all assets, project files, and Baron sent me. I intentionally left a couple of things there and said, finish it, Baron, and send it to me when you're done. And it was really a test to see if he could handle it.
You hear that?
And he sent me the finished work, and he nailed it. Like, I was so proud of him, bro. That's my son. You know what I'm saying? I raised him well. You know what I mean? No, Baron, salute to Baron Mac. Like, he just took a good piece of weight off of me. And the production is gonna be on point, man. Loving the nomination, the category templates that are created. And we're working hard because we always strive for excellence. You know what I'm saying? We want when people come to the KCA, they say, hey, it wasn't just an award show, it was an experience, because that's what we strive to create. That's what we've been doing over the last few years. So listen, folks, pull up, man. Pull up to the KCA. People are going crazy in the chat.
You and this son bit, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, we're really putting our best foot forward to give you guys a great event. And again, Trig, salute to you, bro. Big bro. Salute to you. Just for being on board.
Man.
You too,
yeah,
you
man.
Too, man. 15 years is a big deal, bro. Salute to you. 15 years is a big deal, bro.
Hey, I quit every year. That's
Bro,
Richard Dawson.
That's a fact.
Every year,
Every year we gotta be like, nah, we gotta do one more. We gotta
like
do one
James
more.
Brown falling to the floor.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It's over every year. It's a curtain call every year. We gotta
every year.
Every year is a curtain call.
Trust me, every year. Like the year they got me that year, I was literally coming on the stage to say, guys, it's been a nice run. I appreciate all the support.
And literally, God blocked it. God sent the man of God, Pastor Richard Ishmael. Richard writes, I know you want to say it's the last year. And he said publicly, this is not going to be the last year.
Yeah.
After this.
And Brinson was a very huge part of that as well. And they came on the stage and presented me with an award and put tears in my eyes. And I'm like, yo, look at these crumb snatchers, bro. I was trying to quit and wrap this thing up so I could get on with the rest of my life.
And get his curtain call. Nah.
Yeah, man. And they put a battery. They put a battery in my back. But I love my team. I love all the supporters. And again, people like you, Trick, that has kept us going as well over the last few years. Just from your support, man. Consistent. As I said, Holy Culture as being when I say the most consistent support brand, the brand that has supported us most consistently over the years. And it's just a blessing to officially lock arms and partner with Holy Culture. So yeah, man. But listen, guys, thank you all for tuning in, for jumping on with us. It's been another great episode. Trick, salute to you, bro. Salute Richard Dolphin.
You're ready.
You're ready. You know what I'm saying?
You're ready.
Yep. So it's another episode of Real Rap 100, where we have real rap and we keep it 100.
100. Believe
God
that.
bless
Believe
y'all.
that.
Bless y'all.
Salute.
This is Real Rap 100, where we have a real rap and we keep it 100. Hosted by Marcus Hall.
KCA! KCA! Hey! Jump! Give me raps, jump! Give me no facts, jump! What would I count? Hey! Come on! Give me no facts, come on! Hey! What we doing? What we doing? Just call my name, I'll be right
Gotta
there.
understand, there's nothing like the Kingdom Choice Awards on the planet.
Look at the Kingdom Choice Awards doing it like the real thing.
Always remember to keep the main thing the main thing. Long live Christian rap, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you, KCA. God is good.
Praise God for your standard of excellence.
Yo, what's going on? This your boy K-Drama, and I had the honor of being the KCA honorary recipient back in 2021, and I'm telling you, the Kingdom Choice Awards, it was truly a blast. I had heard so many good things about KCA prior to coming for the first time in 2021, and it did not disappoint. Just seeing all the various Christian rappers, those who have been in the game for a while to those who are, newer and just getting started. It was just a family affair, and I just really felt like I felt loved, I felt appreciated. It was encouraging, it was invigorating. Like it gave me like the motivation and the fuel to keep pushing in this journey, because CHH, it could be hard, sometimes. Mentally, spiritually, it can be taxing. But KCA is just positioned to be a gas station, to give you that fuel to keep going in Jesus' name. So shout out to KCA, Kingdom Choice Awards. Shout out to Marcus Hall. Let's keep this thing going as long as we can.
This is Real Rap 100. where we have a real rap. We keep it 100. Hosted by Marcus Hall.